Les rêves des amoureux sont comme le bon vin. Ils donnent de la joie ou bien du chagrin. Affaibli par la faim, je suis malheureux. Pas longtemps en chemin, tout ce que je peux, car rien n'est gratuit dans la vie. L'espoir est un plat bien trop vite consommé. À sauter les repas, je suis habitué. Un voleur solitaire et triste à nourrir. Un jeu si amer, je ne peux réussir, car rien n'est gratuit dans la vie. Jamais on ne me dira que la course aux étoiles, ça n'est pas pour moi. Laissez-moi vous émerveiller et prendre mon envol. Nous allons enfin nous régaler.
Bonjour tout le monde, je m'appelle Mohamed Akif bin Amir. Je suis étudiant de français à UNIKL MFI. I'm going to present about our topic for today, which is the region of France. There is 18 administrative regions of France as of today, which 13 are located in the metropolitan France on the European continent, while the other 5 are overseas regions. As you can see, these are the other 5 overseas regions. We have chosen to present about the region of Centre-Val de Loire with a population of 2.567 million as of 2019. Centre-Val de Loire are further subdivided into 6 administrative departments and 6 big cities. The first department is Loire department. The river Loire meanders through the Loire, situated to the south of Paris. The capital city is Orléans, which holds a special place in history for the French people, as this is the hometown for the Joan of Arc. The Loire arrives from the south but cuts through the department and turns sharply to the west. The town of Montargis, which is Little Venice, is very pretty, with small canals dividing the town, laying on the banks of the river Loire and the canal. The town and the cities of the Loire departments is Orléans. Next is Loire department. Loire is a department in the Centre-Val de Loire of the region of France. Its name is originated from 2 rivers which cross it, the Loire in its northern part and the Cher in its southern part. The cities for this department is Blois. Next is l'Indre-Loire department. The river Indre flows into the Loire, home to the historic city of Tours. The city is located to the southwest of Paris at 200 kilometers. At the banks of the Loire and the Cher, the city played some of the most important dates in French history and was at one time the capital of France. They are full of monuments, castles and museums. Château de Chenonceau is one of the most beautiful and interesting castles to visit. With history dating from 11th century, wax museum, wines and parkland. Cities for this department is Tours. Next is Indre department. Indre is a department in central France named after the river Indre. The Indre is in the south of Centre region and extends over the low plateaus, which forms the heart of the Berry. Champagne, Berry-Chauny, Bois-Chaud North, Bois-Chaud South, and the Brenne. The cities for Indre department is Châteauroux. Next is Loire department, to the southwest of Paris, named after the two rivers Loire or Nord de Loire. The spectacular Cathedral of Chartres is a highlight of this department. Chartres, located directly to the southwest of Paris at 90 kilometers, the city lays on the banks of the river Loire, the town which life begins as a small river port. The city for this department is Chartres. And lastly, the Cher department, located in central France and named after the river Cher. The department used to call the Berry on the western side of the Loire River. There are many chateaux. The main city of Bourges has a very good annual music festival. The castles in the area are not as famous as other departments. There's still much to visit. For example, the village of the Aquemont-sur-Alais. With regards to wine, the town of Sancerre has excellent white and lesser known red wines. If you are cruising on the canal lateral to the Loire, make a halt below Sancerre or La Charite-sur-Loire. Lost in the center of France, this town is divided into three parts: the river Yèvre and Voissin River, and then join the Cher, the Gothic Cathedral of Saint Etienne, listed with UNESCO, stand high above the building. There's also a famous music festival called the Pitemps de Bourges. The city for this department is Bourges. Centre-Val de Loire consists of 6 big cities, which is Orléans, Tours, Loire, Chartres, Bourges, Châteauroux, with Tours being the biggest city by population among them. The capital city of Centre-Val de Loire is Orléans. Orléans is prefecture and commune in north-central France, about 120 kilometers, which is 74 miles, southwest of Paris. Orléans is the center of Orléans Metropole that has a population of 286,257, which is the 20th largest in France. Capital of Loire department and of the Centre-Val de Loire region. Next, I will pass it to my friends here, Muhammad Amir Atik, to continue the presentation.
Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bonjour, je m'appelle Muhammad Amir Atik bin Johari. So, I will continue to present about Orly. In Centre-Val de Loire, or we can call it Orly. Okay, at this region that has so many top tourist spots that we can visit. So, I suggest the 3 great tourist spots that you can visit. Okay. For the first one is the Loire River. The wide, slow-moving Loire is the one of the Europe Great River. This river also excellent for fishing and is bordered by many attractive small town, and the flat is good for cycling. There are also so many vineyards in the area of Tours. Okay, the second place that I would like to suggest to you for your tourist spot is Le Château de la Loire, or we can call it the Castle of the Loire. Many of these castles are actually on tributary of the Loire. One of the famous castles are Centre-Val. This castle famous is about with their beautiful garden. At Le Château de la Loire, the main of the Loire Château is divided by age. For the first one is Middle Castle in the Loire Valley. Second one is early Renaissance Chateau and Renaissance Chateau. The Loire Valley and Chateau are classed as UNESCO World Heritage Site. And for the third place that you need to go is Catrice Cathedral. This World Heritage Site listed monument that has of one of the world's most beautiful Gothic cathedral, and it kept all of in 13th century architecture. The monument is incredible in outside and inside. Next, I will explain to you about food. One of the famous food that are known in Orléans is tarte tatin. This is a slice of pie, seasoned with butter, sugar, and cinnamon, topped with a butter pie, crushed with pastry, and baked until the pie becomes golden and syrup. The whole cake is inverted upside down and serving on the plate. The tarte tatin is also the best served warm, accompanied by a scoop of vanilla ice cream and topped with the chocolate. The second food that you need to try when you go to Orléans is fiesel. Fiesel is a fresh white meal originating from France. It is usually made from cow, sheep, and goat milk. Due to solid, delicate texture, this riddles cheese is typically sold in plastic mold and call it fiesel. Fiesel can be consumed in two ways: savory, served with salt, pepper, or served with the nut and honey or sugar. The cheese is also good for making dessert such as tart and cake. At France, every region have their own festival to celebrate. At Orléans, they have so many festivals that they celebrate. One of the best festivals is Festival de Loire, that the largest Europe gathering on river to gathering the ship. Every region will come to the Orléans and bring their ship to show the unique of their ship. Second festival based at Centre-Val de Loire is Johannes Festival. One of the best festivals in Orléans is the Festival de Loire. This festival is the largest Europe gathering of the river ship. Every region will gathering their ship at the Loire River. This festival is an annual French event celebrated in Orléans. This festival has started since 1431 and to celebrate the delivery, and this event has been registered since March 2018 to the Inventory of Intangible Culture Heritage in France. One and ritual and festival practice too. You also can join this festival of the Loire, the festival of the Loire Valley in Tours. Every year, for a weekend in May, the center of the tour host will represent for some 150 local wineries for they're ready to share their winemaking passion. They will offer entertainment and tasting for wine of the Loire Valley. You can join them for making wine workshop, and you will learn how to the fundamental of the good wine tasting. Okay, next I would like to share with you about fun fact of the Orléans. Here, the first fact you need to know in Centre-Val de Loire. It's a frame for a Renaissance castle in the center, but the rest of the town is a middle half timber house and greenstone mansion and lively culture calendar. And the second one, the region was popular with the king of the France during the Middle Age and Renaissance, and as the result, there are a number of stunning Renaissance chateaux in the area known as Loire Valley. And for the last fact is to the west of the region. Now the world have been classified the famous Loire Valley as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. So that's all my presentation, me and my partner. So merci beaucoup, au revoir.